In the last video, I was illustrating frequency by playing you some sounds, and I sort of gave you this idea about how sound works, that a cone in a speaker can move up and back and generate these density waves, air density waves in the air that can eventually make it into your ear, and you can hear it. So I have a sort of a better setup for you here so you can see what I was talking about a bit more. And here you can see all the elements I was talking about. Here's that speaker cone, and if you notice this, look at the speaker very carefully. You notice how it's sort of going back and forth, back and forth. That's that back and forth motion that we need. So out, in, out, in, out, in. And air is, of course, all around it. And so what the speaker's doing is pushing on the air. And so you can see sort of these light and dark things that come out of the speaker. Those are the sound waves. And of course, they travel across, the room or the field or whatever into someone's ear. And of course, they can hear it. And just like in the demonstration I showed you last time on the other simulation with that rope going out of the window, I have control over here of the frequency. So if you look up here, there's the frequency, 300 times per second. And if I drag it, make it slower, maybe 78 times per second, you can see that it just doesn't come out as often. They only come out 78 times per second, not 300 times per second. So a bit slower on the up and down. You can see that the speaker here is sort of barely moving in and barely moving out. And this doesn't look like a realistic time either, because 78 times per second would look quite fast, but they're scaling here so you can see what's going on. And of course I can speed it way up to something like, 756, close to 800 times per second. So you see the speaker really starts pumping right there to get these sound waves out, and there it goes hitting my ear. And so that's sort of what the frequency would be for sound. So that's where sound comes from.